Hi, Ball Street, Liverpool versus Chelsea this weekend. We're going to do a combined 11, and I think you'll agree, come the end of this video, that mine is far better than 100% Chelsea's because I know football and they don't.
It is Louis from 100% Chelsea. You may remember me from last year when I was taking the mickey out of you when you battered us, but now I've learnt my lesson. Let's move forward. You know, let's do this properly. Let's be sporting about this. So,
going to start with the goalkeeper then. And I'm going to start with the Chelsea goalkeeper. Sam Mignolet's had an excellent start to the season, but it's got to be Thibaut Courtois. There's some shaky moments for him at the weekend, and you know, I guess you could say the same for Mignolet. But all told, if I had the choice between either of them as my goalkeeper in real life, I would go for Thibaut Courtois all day long because I think he's excellent.
So, in goal, at the minute you've got Carousel. He's recovering from an operation on his hand after injuring it in pre-season. At the minute you've got Mignolet in goal. Mignolet versus Courtois, let's be honest, that's an easy contest. Courtois definitely starting between the sticks.
Moving to the defence then, starting with the right back, Nathaniel Klein. Look, Ivanovic is freakishly good as a right back. He's freakishly good. There's no reason for him to be as good a right back as he is. He's basically a donkey centre half who looks like the illegitimate child of Tony Adams. But is he as good a right back in general as Nathaniel Klein? No, because Klein has got pace, he can do the defensive thing, he's good supporting the attack and the defense. Okay, yeah, you know what, Ivanovic is all good at these things, but you know what, whatever, I'm picking Klein because at some point Ivanovic is going to stop being good at right back. No, I don't know why, I don't know. Yeah, it's a tough one. I could take either way, but I'm picking Klein because you know what, he's a Liverpool player and I like him more than Ivanovic, who's a bad meth. Left back, yeah, it's not going to be. Look, James Milner's done fine. James Milner's been an able deputy in that position. It's still a position that Liverpool could look to strengthen, maybe in January, definitely next season, if nothing else. So, given the choice, I think Azpilicueta is as good as anything in the Premier League, certainly, possibly in world football.
I'll start left back, Azpilicueta, right back, Nathaniel Klein. For me, I think in their respective positions, they're both the two best players in the Premier League. Nathaniel Klein, in my opinion, should be starting ahead of Kyle Walker. I just think he's an all-round better player as well.
Centre-backs. I'm going to go for the centre-back partnership of Joel Matip and Dejan Lovren. Why? Because Joel Matip is, you know, albeit he's had a slow start to his Liverpool campaign because of injuries that he suffered in pre-season, but the couple of games that we've seen him play at the back, he looks so composed. He's a giant, very good in the air, as you'd expect as a result. Just looks at an all-round, very, very good centre-half.
Centre-back options, I want to go John Terry and Matip. I think John Terry, Matip, both great centre-backs, both really, really solid. I really liked Matip and what I saw of him when he was playing for Schalke in the Bundesliga. I think he's a sound defender. He reads the game very well. He's very, very strong with what he does. So I'm going to put those two in the middle, in the heart of my defence.
Dejan Lovren draws a lot of critics and did, you know, and rightfully so for his time when he joined Liverpool from Southampton. But under Jurgen Klopp, he's gotten better and better and better. And I think as a partnership, there's real potential there. The reason I've not gone with Chelsea players is John Terry is John Terry, and you know, he is historically a genuinely tremendous centre half. What a career he's had. Not a great human being, but then, you know, do you have to be a great human being to be a footballer? No, you don't. But that being said, given the choice, if Terry's not able to play on Friday, I'd be a little bit upset because I would be interested to see how he handled Liverpool's pace. I would be worried that David Luiz or something like that, who's okay, not thought of being a great defender, but he physically, I think he's far more up to the challenge. Either way, I'm not putting him in because he looks like Sergio Bob and he's basically a terrible defender.
Now going into the centre of the park, this is a tough one for me. I think N'Golo Kante is definitely going to start. In my opinion, if you were going to put these two teams together to play another team, N'Golo Kante breaks up the play. One of the best central midfielders in the Premier League last season. Still keeps going. It was fantastic at the Euros.
Kante, it's got to be Kante. What a season he had last year. What a player. The stuff that he does is just fantastic. The way he shields, the way he breaks up play, the way he moves, the way he intercepts. He is the archetypal defensive midfielder as far as I'm concerned. But he's alongside in my team another variation on what I think will become the archetypal defensive midfielder, Emre Can. Powerful, direct, strong, great feet, determined tackler, just like an all-round class act. He likes to support the attack as well. I think he's got a bit more to his game in terms of the offensive side of things than Kante, but as a potential axis in the middle of the park, I don't think they'd be much better than Kante and Emre Can.
There's players, I guess you could say Emre Can for you guys. I guess you could say Luke Lever. I know he's not been the best, but he's a decent sound player. For me, even though he's been playing left back for you guys, I really, really, really like James Milner. I think he's one of the most underrated players in the Premier League, man. The fact of the matter is, both Liverpool and Chelsea have they're a high-pressing, hard-working team. And I feel that James Milner and N'Golo Kante in the middle, you can have creative players in the left and right wing positions. I personally, when he was available on a free, I would have taken him at Chelsea quite easily. He works hard. He's one of those players which you don't get many of. He's a fantastic utility player. If you just wanted to do a job somewhere, he will do it. He will do it well. And he's a fantastic player. And you guys are very, very lucky to have him.
Me 3 behind me 1 centre forward. I'm going to start, as you can see, on the right hand side. I've got for Sadio Mane, who is genuinely sensational. Didn't even have a good game against Leicester last week, and yet still managed to get a goal and an assist. That's the kind of player he is. On the opposite flank, I've gone for Eden Hazard when he plays, similarly to Mane. When he plays to the best of his ability, he's completely unstoppable. Look, we saw it against Liverpool last season at Anfield. When he wants to turn it on, he's incredible. And in potential, on paper, you've got to have Hazard in because he's a sensational footballer.
Left wing, no arguments. Eden Hazard. End of conversation. The guy he's coming back into form. I just think, fresh start for him. The players that are in that squad obviously have a bit of hunger. They want to get back into the Champions League. They want to be competing for the top prizes in Europe again. And, Eden Hazard seems to have come back into form. So obviously for me, definitely the starting left winger. Now you've been playing Mane on the right, it's looked like, and I think he's fantastic, and he definitely still gets in this team. But I'm moving him to centre forward. I'm going to go Willian here. He came into the side, he did a job, he did it really well. He had those little moments of magic where people noticed, but he wasn't given the credit he deserved. He didn't get credit where it was due. And I think it shined through last season because the other players weren't showing it. He was one of those players which I felt didn't get as much credit and wasn't noticed as much as he could have been.
In the 10, I guess there's probably people who might say Oscar or Willian. Are they as good as Phil Coutinho? They're not. They're just not. Simple as. Phil Coutinho, even though it's not really his position for Liverpool, he does tend to play more from the left-hand side. I've moved him in there because he does have the creativity and the vision, and when he does play there, he is very, very good in that position.
We'll move on to the forward line, which is Costa and Mane. Costa's in form. He's playing very well. He seems to have found what people saw in him at the beginning in his first season at Chelsea, where he was just banging in the goals, he was strong, he knows how to mess with heads. I know, Pete, you won't like him, I know you do. As a football fan though, if you had a player who knows how to tread that line, use those dark arts of football, as it were, he does his job really well, and he's worth every penny we pay for him when he's scoring the goals. And at the minute, he's doing that, so he gets in this team for me, alongside Mane, who I've always admired. When he went to you, I feel he could have almost been that missing link. He's that player which is now, you're guaranteed to get at least double-figure goals with him, in my opinion. And he's someone who can assist as well. And he's played as a striker or as a centre-forward before. And for me, I would definitely play him alongside Costa.
And leading the line, probably a controversial choice from a Liverpool perspective. I've gone for Diego Costa, the elephant man. As much as I hate Diego Costa when we're playing him, I kind of love him as well. And I shouldn't do because he's just clearly horrible, isn't he? He is horrible. He looks like he should be in the good, the bad and the ugly. He's got that Sergio Leone sort of spaghetti western look to him. He's a monster. He's a horrible, nasty piece of work. But you know what, kind of like that. And he's rediscovered his goal scoring touch as well. He'd be amazing in pretty much any team, I think, in world football.
But yeah, I've run with a 4-4-2. What do you guys think of my combined 11? Come over to us on 100% Chelsea, where there will be some stuff for the game. And I will see you guys very, very soon. Take care.
There you go. There's my combined 11, Liverpool versus Chelsea. Let me know your thoughts. Do you agree or disagree? Obviously you agree because you understand football, yeah? Let me know that in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to the Ball Street YouTube channel.